If you're a heating and air conditioning technician or even a salesperson, what do you need to know about permission-based sales and how it helps you close deals? And why does this matter? This is a fantastic question. I'm Scott Bell coming to you live from Sacramento, California on a perfect day to talk about sales and business and a fantastic day to talk about you for HVAC technicians, sales secrets. This video is powered by sellingtechnicians.com. If you ask consumers what they think about salespeople, they're going to tell you that they're aggressive, that they only care about commissions, and that at the end of the day, they don't like dealing with them. And part of the reason for that is because sometimes salespeople will get onto a word track, they'll get into a process, and the only thing that they want to do is just get to a yes. The problem with that is when you meet with people and you push, you build up reactance or you can build up resistance. You can build up where the people don't want to hear your message or they just don't like you. And one of the things that you're going to find from permission-based sales is it allows for people to share their ideas, their concepts, their strategies, and it allows them to veto. So one of my favorite books ever is by a book named Start With No by Jim Camp. And Jim would tell people that you have to allow people to have the right to veto. You have to allow people to tell you no. And if you don't, what ends up happening is they resent your conversation. They'll rail against you. They'll fight the ideas, the concepts, and strategies you have. But by you getting permission-based sales processes in, it draws them in. So if you broke up your sales presentation into 10 points and you asked 10 permission-based questions, what you're going to find is that's probably 9 more than your competition, or 10 more. And for some of them that just push, it's 12 more. Okay. Yes, the math doesn't work out. It was a joke. So you have to know that there is forward questions in permission-based questions and there's reverse. And in any instance that somebody asks you a question, do you like orange juice? Most of the time people are going to say yes. Okay. That's a forward question. If I say, are you against having orange juice for breakfast? That's a no-oriented question or a reverse set. Hypnotists call these reverse sets. Okay. And so one of the things that you're going to find is you're going to want to vary the type of question that you're asking. You're going to want to vary between yeses and nos. If you talk to Chris Voss will tell you to try to stick exclusively to nos. Dude's got some impressive training. I went to it in Louisville, Kentucky a couple of months back. So an example of a forward question, would it be okay if I go over these options with you? Okay. A reverse question would be, would you be against me going over these options with you? A forward question would be, can we go over a few things right now that I think are important? A no-oriented question or a reverse question or a no question would be, would you be opposed to me going over a couple of ideas with you? And one of the things that you find is people relax because it's like, I'm looking for your input. I want to know what you're thinking. It's a conversation. And a lot of times when salespeople get complaints, it's because they're not being conversational. They're on script. The only thing that they care about is, I read this in a book, right? I read this somewhere and I got to say it this way. And I got they're like, I have to do this 100% the way that it's written. And it doesn't feel normal. So people will build resistance against it. Now here's the thing. If you want to be better at sales, you want to be good at what you do, you may want to join HVACTechSecrets.com. I'll give you the goods, not in the Facebook group, not in the YouTube channel, which means private coaching, private training, discounted coaching, discounted training. It's an email publication. And occasionally I try to sell you stuff, right? It's like, that's permission. Like if you're like, I don't want to be sold, no, don't sign up. It's not like every email is buy now. It's like 1 in 4, 1 in 5. Hey, I got this cool thing coming up. You want one? Right? That's the redneck clothes. Want one? So you're going to find that this process works and works on almost everybody because you're gathering input. You're having a conversation. You're interacting with somebody like they're a human being. You're not treating them like a number. You're not treating them like, I have to go through the script. I've got to say all these things. I've got to have this conversation. Now, what you need to know, it's okay to be comfortable. If I share something with you that makes you a little bit uncomfortable but closes some sales, would you be against that? That is a permission-based sales question. That is in a no set, reverse set, or a no-oriented question, whatever way you want to call it, right? Would it be okay if I go over some options with you that make you uncomfortable? It could help you close some deals. That's a yes question. What you're going to find is if you've never been taught this process before, it'll open doors for you. It'll make conversations easier. It'll allow for you to move forward. So I've got a coaching client and he laughs at me. Would it be okay if I go over a few things with you? Would you be against if I go over? He's like, Scott, I pay you. You could go over with me whatever you want, but this has been beat into me over years and years and years of sales that I don't like having conversations without, it's like a temperature check. If somebody's checked out and they're not able to answer that question, they're not listening to you. You lost them. You need to go back about a minute and a half. There you go. You got 1 of 3 things to do from here. Just 1 of 3. Find the subscribe button, click on it, and every time I send out a video, you'll get an update. 2, hit follow. 3, you know what you got to do. Share this video with a friend. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.